Good afternoon, world. It's 4:12 p.m. I just came back from work, I don't know, like 30 minutes ago, and I got the good news. I came home and I was like, please don't steal my check. And then my stepfather was like, your check's over there. I'm like, oh, yes, I got my check. Because I had no money, right? Because the bank froze like $600 of my money. So I can't touch it. I can't spend it until Friday midnight. The day I come back home and I get my fucking welfare check, my $700 welfare check, and I have two $700. So now I was able to get my beer and smokes, and I went to the welfare office and I told them I got a job, and they told me, yeah, Ivan, you're still eligible for your dental and your medical, and we can still send you like small checks, maybe 180, 50, $40 a month. Help me out a little bit. I can pay my phone bill with that money. Yeah, I had to let Welfare Quebec know right away because I now have a full time job. And it's illegal for welfare to be sending you like $1,000 when you were working full time. They can't do that. Because I let the welfare Quebec know right away. So I got that settled. I just came back from the office. The office is literally right next to it's like right like it's like what? It's like 20 seconds away from the Wolf of Levine Depanneur and the Subway and the shawarma. It's like right close to home. So I just walked to the office and I got that settled. Obviously, before that, I went to the bank. I'm like, hey, can you unfreeze like $25? No, we can't do that, Ivan. The guy's like, we can't do that, Ivan. I'm like, you guys did it before. He's like, I don't know who did it for you, but it wasn't us. I'm like, yes, it was you guys. You guys unfroze my account a couple times before. You can do it. You just don't want to do it, obviously. I'm not kidding around. I remember one time I went to the Scotiabank. The lady's like, yeah, we know you guys very well. I can unfreeze $20 for you, Ivan. The bank can do it. They're just lazy. They don't want to do it, obviously. The guy's like, we can't do that. I'm like, it's only $25. He's like, I don't know who did it for you, but it wasn't us. I'm like, yes, it was you guys. You guys unfroze my account. Like I think like 2 or 3 times they unfroze my account for me, man. Like I went to the bank and they unfroze it for me. It'll unfreeze Friday and they unfroze like some of the money for me. They can do it. They're just lazy. They don't want to do it, obviously. It's all good because I got my welfare check. I'm like, fuck, man. I hope I get my welfare check when I come home. And I got my welfare check. I was so happy. I was able to get my beer and smokes. I cashed my check. The bank froze $500 in my check, but I have $200 to spend, which is more than enough money for 2 days. I only need money for today and tomorrow, and then Friday my check unfreezes. My Cocoa Fruity check unfreezes, and I'll put 200 in my savings, and then the majority of this check I'm gonna put in my savings. Like $500 I'll put in my savings because I have like $390 to spend for 1 week, which is more than enough money. So I can put like five. I might put maybe 480, maybe 480 in my savings for my welfare check. Have a bit more money for me to spend for the week. I'll have like about 700 saved right off the bat, man. That's why this year I'm gonna save a good like $3,000, 30, 35, 3,000, perhaps 3,500, maybe $4,000 I'll save, and I'll have enough to get my book edited, which is good, obviously. And I bought my beer. After I went to the water place, I bought my beer, all my beer and my smokes, and I got like a small bottle of Coke because I was thirsty. Canada, the summers in Canada can get really, really hot, man. Canada has very hot summers, man. Like, even though it's the second coldest country in the world after Russia, the summers here are fucking hot, and Canada has hot fucking summers. It's brutally hot outside. It's crazy, man. Sweating like a pig. Hence why I don't like doing the lawn work that much because it's fucking hot outside, man. You know when it's like really, really hot? Like plus 20, man? Yeah, man. It's fucking like crazy. Yeah. Obviously. Ivan, you prefer to be really, really hot or really, really cold? Um, both. It sucks. Being very, very hot sucks too, man. Being really, really cold sucks too. I'd rather be really, really hot than be really, really cold, man. Being really, really cold sucks. Fucking sucks, man. But it's easier to survive in the cold than it is in the heat. Because in the heat you need water and you need shade, which is tougher to find. When you're cold, all you need to do is just dress warm and have fire, and you'll fine. You'll be fine. You'll survive. You have a fire and you dress warm, you will survive. Whereas when you're hot, really hot, it's tough. You're fucked if you don't have water. You don't have water, you're fucked. You don't have shade, you're fucked. I'm saying. It's easier to die from the heat than from the cold. Because the cold, you just gotta dress warm and you have fire, you'll be fine. Find shelter and you have fire, you'll be fine. Whereas when you're hot, even if you have shelter, you're still gonna be hot. You're fucked. You don't have water, you're fucked. You don't have shade, you're fucked. When you're heat, no matter what, you're fucked. Take off all your clothes, you're fucked. No, I'm saying, but yeah, when you're hot, you're fucked. Yeah, man. But I'd rather be really hot than really cold. Being really cold, I hate the cold, man. That's the one thing I don't like about Canada, is the winters here are fucking cold. Yeah. Colder than even America, man. Colder than the States. Canada's colder than the States. That's why I'm moving out west of Vancouver, because Vancouver doesn't have cold winters. Whereas here in Ottawa and all the other provinces, their winters are fucking cold. Especially out west, like in Alberta, Manitoba. The winters there are brutally cold. Saskatchewan has fucking cold winters. Winnipeg has cold winter. I heard Winnipeg is like the coldest place in Canada. Besides the Northwest Territories. The Northwest Territories are fucking freezing. They're winter all year long in the Northwest Territories. But the provinces, the Manitoba, I heard Winnipeg is like the coldest city in Canada. It's fucking cold in Winnipeg, I heard. It's one of the coldest cities in Canada. I heard Alberta, like Calgary and Edmonton, those areas are cold. Regina, Saskatchewan, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, where I was born, cold fucking winters. Yeah. That's why I'm getting out of Quebec and I'm going to move to British Columbia, Vancouver, where the winters are not cold. Vancouver doesn't have cold winters. Right next to the Pacific Ocean, the winters there are not cold. I'm not kidding around. You get like below, like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 winters. They're not cold, man. Vancouver's not cold. They don't have cold winters there. That's why I want to live there. And it's a port city. It's right next to the Pacific Ocean. And that's why I want to live there, because I can do my table reads in the yacht in the ocean. I can go out in the ocean with VJ in the yacht. I can do all that with her. Whereas the other cities are not next to the ocean. Vancouver's next to the ocean. That's why I want to live there. Because me and VJ can literally go out in the ocean in the yacht and have a good time partying up in the yacht and all that stuff. Some Sarah. Yeah. I'm only gonna make a 1 hour video. I might work on a lawn or I might take the day off. I don't know. I mean, I'm a bit lazy, but I mean, work on the lawn tomorrow. I'm almost done. I'll be done by like, I don't know, Sunday. My next Monday, I'll be done everything. Work on it tomorrow. My stepmother gave me $10 yesterday, so I was able to get like my 25 pack and like a big bottle, like a 40 of beer. Yesterday, I had like $19 to spend, so I was able to get that. So I had smokes for today for work. And I came home and I got my fucking welfare check and I was able to get my beer, and I was so happy. Because my check is frozen until like, both my checks are frozen. My welfare check is unfreezes next Thursday, I think, midnight. Wednesday midnight or next Thursday midnight unfreezes, but the majority of that I'm putting in my savings. And then my check I got last week unfreezes Friday midnight because the bank froze like $600 of my money. Yeah. So right now I have like 1,300 in my bank. I'm gonna save like about 700 of that. 700 of that money I'm saving. $680, $670 of that money I'm saving. That's good enough. And the rest I'm blowing on like beer, smokes, food, that kind of stuff. And I can still get my teeth cleaned because I'm still gonna get my dental benefits. They told me I'll still have dental benefits for like 6 months. So I'm gonna get my teeth cleaned because I have gross teeth, man. I gotta get this thing fixed, man. Get it clean, remove the brown. They have to bleach my teeth to remove the brown stains. Yeah, Ivan, We gotta bleach your teeth. Yeah, you gotta bleach my teeth to remove all the brown stains. And they have to clean my teeth to remove the yellowness of the yellow and the plaque on my teeth. I have gross teeth, man. Healthy teeth. I don't have any. I literally look at my mouth. I don't have any cavities, man. I have healthy teeth, but my hygiene in my teeth is horrible. You know what I'm saying? Because I have good genes, obviously. Whereas Victoria Justice actually has cavities on her teeth. I saw pictures of her. She actually has cavities on her teeth. She has better hygiene than me. Her teeth are nice and white because she's rich. She gets it cleaned, obviously, professionally cleaned. But like she actually has cavities. Whereas me, I'm the opposite. My teeth are like yellow and everything. But I literally open my teeth and you don't see any black stuff, no cavities, nothing. I have healthy teeth because I'm blessed with good genes. Obviously, I have the God gene. Don't hate me. I'm saying, yeah. Yeah, because if I want to make out with that chick at Coco Fruity, if I go on a date with her, I won't. It's gonna be gross looking at my gross teeth. She'll still make out with me because she knows I'm healthy. Obviously, yeah, Ivan's healthy, even though his teeth are a bit gross. He's fucking healthy, yeah. But once my teeth are nice and white, and I was then like, holy shit, Ivan, did you get your teeth clean? Yeah, I did. Holy shit, your teeth are nice and clean now. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go to the dentist like once a year now and get it cleaned. Once I'm king, I'm gonna get my teeth cleaned once a year, professionally clean, bleached, everything. That way my teeth are nice. Um, as well as all the stars, all the actors for Zanus. I'm gonna have them. I'm gonna have them covered for their. They can easily pay for it themselves, but like because they're working for you, you can pay for them. Have all the actors get their teeth professionally bleached and cleaned. You have them go to the dental hygienist. It'll cost me a good maybe I don't know like 50, 60 grand to get all their teeth cleaned. I got that 50, 100 each per actor. It's easy affordable on a budget. I can afford it. All the stars get their teeth cleaned. I'm saying. For all my movies, I'm gonna do it. Even for The Great Escape or The Matrix, I'm gonna have all my stars get their teeth cleaned. Keanu Reeves, Scarlett Johansson, Ben Affleck, they're gonna have to get their teeth cleaned. You want their teeth looking good for the movie. Yeah, guys, you guys, before we film, and you guys are, I know you guys are excited. You're gonna film in Italy and all stuff. Before you film in Italy, you're gonna have to get your teeth cleaned, nice and white and clean. John Krasinski, Brie Larson, y'all gotta get their teeth cleaned for the movie before the movie starts off. See, Hollywood does cover their actors for that stuff too. Sometimes I saw videos of actors saying how they got sent all this stuff for their teeth. Yeah, Hollywood does do that for the actors too. But my company will be better than Hollywood, man. And you provide the actors with toothbrushes, like electronic toothbrushes. Provide the Zane's actors with like six electronic toothbrushes only last a couple months. So you gotta provide them with a good like maybe 4 or 5 electronic toothbrushes. The toothpaste they can pay for that themselves. I mean, no, the actors I can provide them with the toothpaste. I can provide them with mouthwash. I can provide all the actors, my 17, me, VJ, my photographers, my head chefs. All I can provide all of them with body wash with mouthwash too. They can wash their mouth. I can provide them with the best toothpaste brands out there. Crest, I think Crest is the best brand for in Canada for teeth. I think you guys in America know Crest and Colgate, right? I don't know if it's in the States, but in Canada, those are popular brands for toothpaste. Provide the actors. Whereas the crewmen have to bring their own toothpaste. I'm not providing the crewmen with toothpaste. I could if I want to. No, I could provide them with toothpaste. I can provide the crewmen with toothpaste, but they have to bring their own. I'm not providing you with the toothbrushes. No, you guys have to bring your own toothbrush. But I can provide you guys with no. The crewmen can buy their own toothpaste. Because toothpaste, you can't share that, right? It's gross sharing it. You're supposed to have your own toothpaste. Well, you could share if you want, but the crewmen can easily buy their own toothpaste. Look, buy a good like I don't know, like 6 toothpastes. It'll cost you like $50, $60. You can afford it, and bring your own toothbrush. Obviously, I'm not because the crewmen are not my stars. With the stars, you provide them with their toothbrush, and you provide them with their toothpaste and mouthwash too. You're also going to have to get breath spray for the actors. That way their breath smells good. There's nothing worse than filming with an actor whose breath smells like fucking ass. No, especially if you have to kiss the actor, make sure you have breath spray for them and you have mouthwash for them. That way their breath smells good. Because Zanus, there's kissing and sex and all that stuff. You don't want an actor's breath smelling like fucking ass. You don't, say there's nothing worse than kissing a person who has bad breath. No, make sure you have a proper hygiene system for showers. You have portable showers. You have body wash and shampoo. You provide that for the crewmen and the actors, and make sure you have hygiene system for their what, for their teeth and their breath too. That way everyone smells good on set and they don't smell like ass. I'm sorry. They don't smell like ass and their breath doesn't smell like ass. There's nothing worse kissing a person whose breath smells like fucking ass. No. Or the Matrix actors, Michael B. Jordan and all them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure they get their teeth clean. You provide them with their toothbrushes. Don't hate me count on me. I might do the Matrix over the Grayscape. And what? And you provide them with mouthwash. They might tell me, Ivan, it's fine. I can buy my own mouthwash because they're rich, obviously. But if you provide them with mouthwash, they'll appreciate that. No, don't worry about it. You guys don't have to pay. You don't have to worry about the mouthwash. I'll provide you guys with. I'll sponsor you guys with your mouthwash. I can sponsor you guys with your mouthwash. For the movie. What I'll do is I'll have my team make the calls for the mouthwash and a toothbrush. Every time you guys run out of mouthwash, I'll have the people put a new mouthwash in your trailer for you. So whenever you run out, let the guy know. The people who do the toilet paper, the chemicals for the waste, who stock the shampoo, they're gonna be responsible for putting new mouthwashes in all the actors' trailers. So once your mouthwash runs out and your toothpaste runs out, you let the guys know when they put a new toothpaste in your trailer. They put a new mouthwash in your trailer. And buy top-notch brands. Don't buy shitty brands. Get top high-end brands. That way their breath smells good, Sarah. And make sure you get breath spray, too, for the actors. Especially if they have to kiss. Like, you don't want an actor's breath smelling shit on set. Hence why have a hygiene system for their teeth and their breath, too. Their breath smells nice. Their teeth is not nice. Get their teeth clean before they film. And make sure you buy top high-end toothpaste for them and top high-end mouthwash for them. An electronic toothbrush. That way they maintain their teeth is clean, and their breath smells good. It doesn't smell like fucking ass. Sarah? Yeah. That's what I come to blow out of the water, yeah, man. I'll blow all the way out of the water. Yeah, today I caught the supervisor slacking off again. He made the other line guy mop, and I helped the guy out. I felt bad for the guy mopping because he mops the whole restaurant all the time. I felt bad for him, hence why I wanted to help him. Hey man, I'll help you out, and I helped him out a little bit. I did the sides. But I don't mind helping out the guy a little bit. It's not that bad. I don't mind helping him out a little bit with the mopping. Because the supervisors and the managers are fucking lazy. They work hard. I see them work. They work their asses off. They work really hard. Trust me, they work really hard. The manager who hired me, he's a hard worker. He worked really hard. I remember the first day he helped me out with the dishes and everything. He works hard, but like sometimes he slacks off a little bit. He chills in his office. He does the accounting. He has to count the money, obviously, but he chills in his office for like 40 minutes. And he makes the other line guy mop the restaurant all the time. He always makes the line guys mop the restaurant. And sometimes he makes me mop it. Because he's fucking lazy. He doesn't want to do it, obviously. Because he's lazy, obviously. I don't get paid enough for this shit, man. I'm not going to do this dirty work for $45K. Yeah, he's not going to work as hard. Yeah. Ivan, why did they slack off? Because they don't get paid enough, man. I'm not gonna fucking do this dirty ass work for $45K. They're not gonna work hard, man. If you pay a kitchen guy like $40K, he makes like $40K a year, and the manager makes $50K a year. They're not gonna work. They're gonna work hard for you, but they're gonna slack off a little bit, man. Guaranteed, because they don't get paid enough money, man. That's the reality of working. It's not just that manager. All the managers who work at all these restaurants I've worked at, they all slack off. I always catch them all slacking off. Because they don't get paid enough, man. They get shitty fucking money. Yeah, man. $50K is not bad. $45K is, you're living a pretty good life. But it's not like great. You're not living a rich life. You're doing pretty good for yourself, but you're not. If you live on your own, you don't have a family. I don't think that manager has kids. I think he lives on his own. If you live on your own, you live in an apartment, you're doing pretty good for yourself. But if you have a family, it could be a bit tough. If you're making 40, 50K a year. Some say, yeah. Whereas if you're making 150K, you're living a rich life for an average person. Even if you have a family, you're doing just fine because you're making a 6-figure salary. And if you live on your own, you're living a lot of life. If you make 150K, man, 100K 1 year, 50K the other year, you're making a good paycheck, obviously. From there, because you're making, I don't know, you're 2,000. You're 2,200, 23, 24, 2,500 every 2 weeks. That's a fat paycheck, man, you're making every 2 weeks. The third year, then the fourth year, you get a 50K check. You're making, like, I don't know, 1,500 every 2 weeks, 1,400 every 2 weeks. You're getting a nice paycheck, man. And you also get your $2,000 gift card, which is a nice gift card. You can do a lot of things with $2,000, man. Yeah. Nice paychecks, I'm sorry. That's what my company will blow out of the water. There's some crewmen who might be greedy. Ivan, do we get bonuses too? I'm like, yes. Your $2,000 gift card is your bonus. I'm not paying you any more than that. You're getting greedy. Like, I'm not going to pay you any more than this. This is enough. You're never going to make 150K in Hollywood. Hollywood can't afford to pay you that. That's my final offer. If you don't like it, it's a deal, Ivan. Yeah, I gave you a good deal. Ivan, you're going to pay us like 150K every year? No. Like, your salary is split. You get 100K for the third year because you're doing the most work the third year, and fourth year for 10 months you get 50K, which is a good deal. $50,000 is a lot of money for the fourth year, a lot of money, and then in the third year you get your 100K, and you get perks. You get your once a month parties, every once a month. The whole crew parties up. You get to party up at the hotel party with me and the entire cast. Obviously, all you can drink alcohol, staying in all these nice rooms. You're flown privately to your flight's paid for. You're flown privately to Switzerland. There and back home, obviously. You get your $2,000 gift card, and every Friday you get 3 beers. Some Sarah? You get 3 beers, which is nice, and you get like 1.5 hour, 2 hour breaks. I'll give the crewmen like 2 2 hour breaks, because at nighttime they won't need the break because once everyone eats dessert, they're now done work. You see what I'm saying? And they can get ready and go to bed. So you give them 2 2 hour breaks. 4 hours off a day is good enough. It's a good deal. So to take the stress off the crewmen who are working 7 days a week, you give them 2 2 hour breaks every day. So they work in the morning till 9, obviously, and then every day they prepare breakfast for everyone, and the chefs and all the other crewmen can take their break. And they get 2 hours off. And they have to prep for dinner, which takes a long time. You gotta make a bunch of food for like 1,500 crewmen. It's a lot of work. Prep the food, and when dinner is ready, the chefs and the rest of the crewmen get their 2 hour break. And they work till nighttime, and after that, they're off for the rest of the day. They can a couple hours later they go to bed. It's a good deal. So if you give them a 2 hour break, they won't mind working 7 days a week, because they're getting nice breaks, obviously. Whereas if we give them like 30-minute breaks, they're gonna be stressed the fuck out. 30 minutes is not enough. No, 30 minutes is nothing. I get 30-minute breaks at Coco Fruity. It's nothing, man. It goes by so fast. Give them like a nice 2 hour break. That way they're refreshed. They can relax, eat their food, have a good time, chill, have a drink, have their Coke, have their milkshake, eat their food. They can eat their food to their full. They can relax for a good hour, and they go back to work. So I'm saying that way they're not stressed out. The chefs or the crewmen. So I'm saying. Yeah, you're looking at dirty work for the crewmen, man. They're doing dirty work, man. 7 days a week they gotta work. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying, especially hence why the cinematographers, the 7 team, me, VJ, and the actors, or Mel Gibson, right, and Guillermo del Toro, and Fran and all them, we get VIP when it's time to eat. The actors have to eat first. They're the priority. Look, from the stars, my 7 team, the photographers and all them, they all get the VIP. From Sarah. The head chefs get VIP too. Well, what I'll do is the chefs get their 2 hour break. Once all the crewmen are done eating, the chefs get their 2 hour break. Because the chefs what? The chefs only make the food. Okay, once majority of the crewmen are done eating, you guys can now you guys get your 2 hour break. The chefs get a 2 hour break. I'm saying, obviously, looking at dirty work, man. 500 people per section looks to be busy, and it's a buffet, and you got to make a lot of food, man. Because a lot of the food will be getting demolished, and so they got to keep making more food and keep refilling the buffet section, right? It's a lot of work, man. Yeah, dishwasher's gonna wash all those dishes, yeah, man. Something much crazier than what I got for beer market. Beer market had a good 300 customers on a weekend, and it was fucking crazy busy, man. Well, imagine 500 people for one section only. Look at something crazy busy. Something crazy, man. That's why you can't feed the extras. The chefs can't handle that much people. 30,000 people is crazy. They can't. 35 chefs can't handle 30,000 people. That's crazy. 1,000 people, 2,000 people, 3,000 people. They can't handle that. It's only for the crewmen, man. You guys are not getting shit. You can stare all you want. You're not getting shit off the menu. Oh, we're gonna get a piece of that. I'm like, no. If there's leftovers, you can abolish the food. But you're not getting a piece of the menu. I know you want a piece of that nice menu. You're not getting shit off the menu, man. It's only for me, the stars, my directors, my 7 team, and the actors. It's not for you, man. Don't hate me, you know what I'm saying? It's not for you, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, the crewmen are getting spoiled. And they also get spoiled with nice food, too, right? And if you pay the crewmen 150K, they're going to work, even though they're working 7 days a week, dirty work, they're going to work really hard because they're getting a nice check, man. They know after they get that money, when they get that money, they can do good things with that money, man. They can buy a house, buy a nice condo. You can buy a nice $80,000 condo, $70,000 condo with that money. You can rent out your apartment for 3 years with that money. A nice apartment. It's enough for you to rent out your apartment for 3 years, 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Chances are most people who have an apartment, they pay about $1,000, $1,200 a month. Easily pay for your apartment for a couple of years. You can buy yourself a nice used car. A brand new one's a big cut on your budget, but you can get a nice used one. A nice $15,000, $16,000, $17,000, $18,000 used car you can get. You can go on a one-week vacation. You can get some good stuff for yourself. Yeah, it's a good paycheck. The money can last you for a year and a half, 2 years. It's a nice paycheck, man. Some Sarah. Yeah. And what I'll do is all the chefs who are hired the chefs who work for the chefs who work on my Zane's movie, I'll just resign them from my other movies. Not all of them will be coming back because I won't need as much. For the Great Escape, I only need maybe 20 chefs maybe for that. 25 chefs. For Zane's, I'm going to need about 35, 40 chefs. Around there. Yeah. Hire the ones who worked on Hell's Kitchen, some of them. Some of them who worked on Lord of the Rings. So you can have some of the guys who work on Lord of the Rings who work on your movie, and some of the guys who maybe worked on Hell's Kitchen, obviously. That way it's not tough on my team for the resumes. And to qualify for the head chef, you have to own a restaurant. If you're a manager who has experience running a restaurant, it doesn't count. You have to own a restaurant. Trust me, there's a difference between running a restaurant as a manager and actually owning the restaurant yourself. You have to own a restaurant. Eric Chong qualifies as a head chef because he owned his own restaurant. He has his own restaurant, RND, in Vancouver, in Toronto. R&D. He owns the restaurant with Alvin, the demon chef. He co-owns a restaurant with that guy. That's why he qualifies for the head chef position. Sarah. And I'll hire 3 head chefs to run the kitchen. One head chef runs each section. See what I'm saying? That's why you need three. One head chef. Um, hire either two or to save money. I can hire two, but hire 2 or 3 head chefs to run your kitchen. You pay them a $400,000 a year salary. Obviously, so you pay them like 10 grand to plan the menu, and they have to send all the chefs the schedules. And then third year you pay them their $190,000 for a year's work. That's a nice paycheck, obviously. And then fourth year you pay them $200,000. And you give them a 15,000 post filming bonus. So once filming's done, you get a $15,000 bonus. That because you worked hard, and you can use that money to go on your vacation or buy your car or something like that. It's a good paycheck, obviously. And they'll work for me for like, I don't know, 30 years, 25 years, 30 years. Yeah. That's my comment below how the water, yeah, man. And make sure you pay your actors direct deposit. Don't pay them fucking check. They can lose their checks. Pay them direct deposit. You don't want fucking John Boyega and Evandro complaining about their fucking checks. You know, I lost my check. Are you fucking kidding me? I gotta they sign a contract. You owe them money. You gotta pay them. That's why don't pay the actors check. Pay them direct deposit. Put money into a super advanced payment system to pay the actors their salary. Some saying? You don't want Keanu Reeves complaining about his check. Because Keanu Reeves is a gritty pig. He wants that money, obviously. You don't want him complaining about his check. You don't want Scarlett Johansson complaining about a check. You don't want Ben Affleck complaining about his check. You don't want John Krasinski, Brie Larson, Paul Bettany. You don't want them complaining about the check. You don't want Michael B. Jordan, if I do The Matrix, on Haven Keanu Reeves. You don't want him complaining about his check. That's why you pay them direct deposit. The money gets wired into their account. You gotta put like $600K into a super advanced payment system for your company, man. If you want to have an advanced payment system where the 10% goes to the agent. When the actors get paid, the system shows how much they got paid. They get an equal check every 2 weeks, and it says how much money went to the agent. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So Keanu Reeves gets a couple $100,000 in his bank. 10% of that goes to his agent. Scarlett Johansson, Ben Affleck get a couple $100,000 in their bank every 2 weeks. The money goes into they get a couple $100,000 or a couple million, because they're only shooting for like 4 months, so they get a couple $1,000,000 every paycheck. 10% of that goes to their agent. So I'm saying. And then it shows the tax statements, how much money went to taxes, because the actors gotta pay their taxes. Yeah, man, shut my camera here.